Most people spend hours comparing health insurance benefits, limits, and prices. They want to know exactly what the policy will pay for. One of the most important parts of your policy isn't just the benefits, it's the exclusions. An exclusion is a specific condition or situation that the insurance company will not cover. If you don't understand these before you sign, you might find yourself responsible for a very large hospital bill. Today, we will break down how exclusions work and look at the misconceptions that catch people off guard the most. Simply put, an exclusion is an exception to the rule. If you have inpatient coverage, the policy generally pays for your hospital stay. However, an exclusion tells you under what circumstances that coverage stops. There are three main categories you need to recognize. General exclusions, these apply to the policy as a whole and usually apply to all members covered under that policy. Benefit-specific exclusions, these apply only to certain benefits or sections of the policy, such as maternity, dental, outpatient treatment, evacuation, or wellness benefits. Personal medical exclusions, these are unique to you and are added after underwriting, usually based on your medical history or pre-existing conditions. It is also important to distinguish an exclusion from a waiting period. A waiting period is temporary. It means some parts of the cover only become active after a set period. An exclusion is different. It means the policy will not cover certain conditions, treatments, or situations unless the policy says otherwise. Most international policies share a common list of general exclusions. These are activities or treatments the insurer considers outside the scope of standard medical care or simply uninsurable. Common examples include non-medically necessary treatments. This includes cosmetic surgery or experimental treatments that are not yet universally proven. Self-inflicted injuries. Intentional self-inflicted injuries are usually excluded. Under the influence. If an accident happens while you are under the influence of alcohol or non-prescribed substances, the insurer may deny the claim. High-risk events. Some policies also have special rules around things like epidemics, pandemics, natural disasters, war or civil unrest, or participating in professional sporting competitions and certain extreme sports. Always read the general exclusion list. It is usually a short read, but it varies between providers. For example, some policies exclude natural disasters or specific infectious diseases, while others might include them. This is where most confusion happens. When you apply for insurance, you disclose your medical history. The insurer then performs underwriting to assess your risk. If you have a pre-existing condition, like a previous knee surgery, the insurer may add a personal exclusion. This ensures they aren't paying for a known problem that existed before the policy started. Here is the part many people misunderstand: broad versus narrow exclusions. You might think your exclusion is narrow, for example, just a specific joint, but insurers often write exclusions broadly. If you have chronic hypertension, the insurer might exclude not just the blood pressure medication, but also related complications such as cardiovascular issues. They do this because one condition often makes you statistically more prone to others. Because of this risk, your personal exclusion might cover an entire related body system rather than just one spot. Here is an insider tip though. Not all personal exclusions have to be permanent. When you receive your policy offer, look closely to see if the exclusion is marked as reviewable. Some insurers allow you to request a formal medical review after 1 or 2 years. If you can prove through fresh medical reports and clear diagnostics that an acute injury has fully healed and has required zero treatment, the insurer might agree to remove the exclusion. It is rarely granted for chronic diseases, but for past acute injuries that have completely resolved. If the exclusion is reviewable, it may be worth asking your provider at renewal time. Understanding exclusions is how you avoid the worst financial surprises, because the details only matter when you find yourself needing to make a claim. If you're currently reading through a policy wording and you're not entirely sure what a specific clause means for your situation, reach out to us. We're here to help you interpret the language before you sign anything. Check the link in the description below to connect with our team. I'll see you in the next one.